after 3 years of absence. Today, NHRA is back finally in Delaware. Once again, but at a new venue. Hello folks, welcome back to the 2023 NHRA Delaware East Coast Nationals, where we will crown 3 champions of 3 classes at this venue. I'm your host Tristan, and we welcome you to TRF2000 Dragway. Let's take a look at the qualifying entry list. Let's take a look at the safety rules come out here, and let's take a look at your qualifying entry list. Here's a look at the qualifying entry list. So far, we've had to eliminate 13 top fuel dragsters and 9 pro stock cars, and kept the 12 for funny car. So far, your only eliminator is Bob Vandergrift Jr. and Bruce Allen that didn't make the cut. So apparently, Bob Vandergrift Jr. will not make the show, and nor will Bruce Allen in pro stock and top fuel. Now, Ashley Force Hood, John Force, and Greg Anderson were your 3 winners from Delaware Motorplex, and they have a shot. Could they have a shot to win this thing here at a new venue? We'll have to find out later on today in this broadcast. But anyway, yes, Ashley Force Hood and John Force, Greg Anderson do take the pole, and they will be your pole sitters since they were the winners 3 years ago. And also, Ashley Force Hood will be doing double duty in funny car and top fuel. Same with Gary Selzy, since he's the number 8 qualifier in funny car, and same with a 10th qualifier in top fuel. Ashley Force Hood, number 10 and number 1 in top fuel and funny car as well. But anyway, it's time to get started. As the burnouts, as they come up to the burnout boxes, and they will begin their burnouts. Ashley Force Hood against Eddie Hill. As we'll take a look, probably take a look at the top fuel ladder right now. Come up to the line, do their burnouts. Let's take a look at the route on the bracket for top fuel. So far, Eddie Hill and Ashley Force, who we saw doing their burnouts. We have 3 women in this class against a bunch of guys that are going to try and stop them. Krista Baldwin, Melanie Troxel, and Ashley Force are your only 3 women in top fuel that are wanting to win this event. Could one of them dethrone the other? We'll have to find out later on today. Gary Selzy, your number 10 qualifier, going up against Mike Strasberg, and the number 3 qualifier, who shocked everybody in qualifying yesterday. And Tony Schumacher and Steve Torrance, they met each other in the semifinals at Delaware Motorplex 3 years ago. Let's see if they can do it again today and upset one another. Here we go. Already he'll get through, says Ashley Right, great success for that number 1 qualifier. So it comes to 2 women in the front. Krista Baldwin and Melanie Troxel. Temperature track facts. Humidity 45%. Air temperature 78 degrees. Track temp 105 degrees. That was good enough grip for these top fuel dragsters to get down the racetrack. Density altitude 1,250 feet above the range. And look at that, sunny skies. That's all we need is sunny skies for today's race. And we will expect rain in the forecast later on today, but that's the end of this broadcast. See how this plays out is next day. New stage, here we go. Krista Baldwin takes the win back. A little bit of a margin over Melanie Troxel. Very seldom and Mike Strasberg come up to the line. Red line start for Mike Strasberg. I've never seen him do it. Schumacher and Torrance come up to the line. Here we go, Steve, here we go. Oh, Steve Torrance, oh my goodness! Hold on tight. Wow, let's see a replay of that. What just happened? Oh, I think he got a misfire there or something. Yeah, he lost parachutes as, yep, he went to a big rollover. And that's good news. He is okay, folks. He is out of the car and okay, giving the thumbs up to the crowd. and Tony Schumacher goes to check on him. That is good news for that Torrance team. Disappointing loss, but Schumacher advances, and here comes Coletta and Milligan. Coletta takes that easy win. And here comes Joe Coletta and Corey McClellan. Dragster. Round 2 so far is Ashley Forsett, Krista Baldwin, Gary Selzy, Tony Schumacher, Scott Coletta, and Corey McClellan in that McDonald's Dragster. Will face up against each other. Total of 6 cars there, but we will settle that later on today because somebody's going to get a bye in the next round. As now we'll move on to Funny Car now, which is the next pair coming up. John Force is your pole setter, like I said earlier. Cruz Pedregon's alongside of him. Tony Pedregon, Gary Densham, Jerry Tolliver, Ashley Force Hood, who's back again from Top Fuel to Funny Car now. Ron Capps, Matt Hagan, the 2 DSR teammates. Dean Scusa, Gary Selzy, Robert Height, and Kenny Bernstein round out your top 12. As John Force and Pedregon, Cruz Pedregon, I should say, come up to the line right now to do their burnouts. This should be an interesting race, I should say. John Force in the right lane. Wow, John Force gets that easy Densham. Tony Pedregon gets the win. He records the fastest next round. Wow, that should be crazy. Crazy matchup here between Robert Height and Gary Selzy, 3 JFR Racing teammates, as we got 2 DSR teammates and 1 Pedregon car. Moving on to the second round. Now we'll switch gears, and as the sweepers come out, yes, they read my thought. As they read my thought. It's time now for Pro Stock. Only 8 cars in this elimination format. So far, Greg Anderson and Warren Johnson, the rematch of the finals from Delaware Motorplex 3 years ago. Tanner Gray, Jim Yates, Kurt Johnson, Alan Johnson, Larry Morgan, and Alex Laughlin round out your top 8. As we'll come up to the line right now, Greg Anderson and Warren Johnson do their burnouts. This should be an interesting one. So I'm just going to lay back and let you enjoy this one, guys. I don't know who won that one, but indeed it was. It was Greg Anderson, according from the finish line cam. He got him by a margin. Our computer said it was Warren Johnson, but apparently it's a misfault. So apparently, yeah, miscommunication. Here comes Tanner Gray and Jim Yates. beats him at the line. Great race. We got a race on the Classic. We got Larry Morgan and Al Schwaffer. Here we go. Wow, Larry Morgan beats him at the line. No kidding about that. Greg Anderson, Jim Yates, Alan Johnson, and Larry Morgan move on to the semifinals of the Pro Stock Finals. As the sweepers are out again, ready for the Nitro categories, as we got Ashley Forsyth, Crystal Baldwin, Gary Selzy, Tony Schumacher, Scott Kalita, and Corey McClenathan come up to the line right now. This should be an interesting matchup between Ashley Forsyth and Crystal Baldwin. My votes are going to be on either one of these two women right here of our sport. But who will face them in round 3? And who will get that bye in round 3? That's the main question. It's a mystery, folks. It's a mystery. As here we go. Tony Schumacher and Gary Selzy. Oh, Schumacher gets that win! Wow! That's surprising. As here comes the battle for the bye run here. Corey McClenathan and Scott Kalita. Scott Kalita with an easy advantage. Something went wrong with Corey Mack's car I saw out of my window here. But Corey McClenathan will not move on, as it's going to be Scott Kalita taking that bye run and getting to the and getting an automatic advance to the finals. That's if he does a red light or DQs, though. As now we'll move on to the funny car pair. John Force, Tony Petragon, Ashley Forsyth, Ron Capps, Gary Selzy, and Robert Height are all in the round 2 matchups. Same thing as Top Fuel. Who will get that bye? Who will get to face each other in round 3? We'll find out sooner and earlier. This should be a big one. Get ready, folks, because this should be an interesting pair. Oh! Those 4 cylinders off, 2 cylinders off with Tony Petragon, and John Force gets that win. Ashley Forsyth and Capps them up there. Capps gets that win. Here comes Selzy and Robert Hunt. And let's, while we have a moment, let's take a look at the lane wins of all 3 classes. So far, left lane is dominating for Top Fuel. 6 wins in the left lane. Right lane is 3 wins, total of 9. Funny Cars only got 3 in the left lane, but 5 wins in the right lane. And that's a total of 8. Pro Stock, yeah, you can see the most wins, as somebody points the arrow of how many wins total has the advantage. And Pro Stock's only got 3 in the left lane, 1 lane for the right lane, and total 4. That is really huge. So far, Top Fuel's advantage is much higher than we expect. But I don't think that's going to last for long. That's for sure. It's probably going to be very even. But we talk about lane switches every time, folks, during qualifying. If you didn't see our qualifying broadcast, but still, it's lane switches aren't a factor. I mean, it's all about the lanes. Here we go. Robert Height takes that win and will advance to the bye run round. That is incredible. John Force, Capps, and Height will advance to the semifinals. But who will face each other in the finals? But we'll find that out later today in this broadcast. As here we go with Pro Stock now. With, I think, their finals. I'm just checking to see who is going up next. Indeed it is. It's Pro Stock. Never mind. It's Pro Stock. For their semifinals. I should say not finals. Sorry, folks. as the sweepers come out for their Pro Stock semifinals is up next, folks. As the sweepers come out for their shot at the track for Pro Stock, as Greg Anderson, Jim Yates will face up against each other, and then Alan Johnson and Larry Morgan will face up against each other in the semifinals. Let's see who. My bets are on either Larry Morgan or Greg Anderson in this match. I'm not sure. That's my bets. I'm not a betting person, but still. But anyway, let's get to the line right now. They will both advance to the final round to face up one another in Pro Stock. Great race. Jim Yates and Larry Morgan move on to the finals. That was incredible. I thought Greg Anderson had it, but nope. It was all Jim Yates. Quicker reaction time, and that was a whole shot victory, folks. That was by a whole shot. About 2 1,000ths of a second, not 5 1,000ths of a second, but yeah, 2,000ths of a second. That is crazy. Whew. Man, all these races are close in Pro Stock. But now let's switch gears and move on as the sweepers come out again, as always. As we get ready for the next pair of Top Fuel and Funny Car. As we get ready for the semifinals of Top Fuel and Funny Car. Krista Baldwin, Tony Schumacher, and Scott Kalila. My votes are on Krista Baldwin or Schumacher. I don't care about Scott Kalila that much, but I shouldn't say that, but it's, I mean, I like the guy, don't get me wrong. It's just, I'm not saying I don't really care about him. It's just, he's a good driver and all, but yeah. He's not that really good. I'm not saying he's like performance good. He's just not good. To me, he's not good, but we'll see. He might surprise me. Crystal Baldwin takes that win, and here comes Scott Kalila for his single pass. He does that. And he will get a berth in the finals. I was about to say if he red lights, then yeah, he's automatically DQ'd. So yeah, and then we'll hand over the finals to Krista Baldwin. But nope, I was wrong. As Krista Baldwin and Scott Kalila move on to go against each other in the finals in the Top Fuel pairings. And there's a look at the brackets. Will we see an upset? We have one woman that's a rookie going against a professional driver. As we got John Force caps and height for the funny car pairings for the semifinal action coming up right now. back and relax and let you watch the ride. As John Force gets that easy win over Pat for this corner space, John Force to the win. Here we go. Oh, Robert Wright almost gets loose as he automatically advances to the finals. It's going to be a JFR double final here. Who is going to be the lucky dog? It's a Ford Mustang against a Chevy Camaro. Who would have thought? Oh, that is amazing. Between two JFR cars. John Force Racing cars. That's amazing. But anyways, here we go, folks. We're enough of Pro Stock, Top Fuel and Funny Car. It's now time to get back to Pro Stock as they come up to the line right now. Yep, coming up is Pro Stock, Top Fuel, and Funny Car Finals. All three classes at the same time of the ladders. Here we go. Jim Yates and Larry Morgan. Remember, Larry Morgan, Jim Yates got him by Gary Anderson by a whole shot victory of 0.02 of a second. But Larry Morgan, he's been quicker on the reaction times. Can he upset another, get his first Wally? Remember, his last Wally was Bandamere, 2014 over Alan Johnson, the King of the Mountain. But when they had that big, fantastic staging duel against one another, let's see if that happens here today. This should be exciting. And that was in real life, folks. No kidding. That was Larry Morgan's last Wally. Here we go. Stage. Here we go. Larry Morgan! Oh my goodness! He is the 2023 Delaware East Coast Nationals champion. Give the win line to Larry. He is one of the oldest guys in the entire Pro Stock category to win a championship here at TRF2000 Dragway. Incredible. That is incredible. As we, yep, he is your winner. As always, he defeated 8 Pro Stockers as the top of the top four finals. This Bowman's too fast. Here we go. Chris Bowman. Wow. You are now the 2023 Top Fuel NHRA Delaware East Coast Nationals champion. Incredible. That is amazing. She did it. Wow. You are, that whole Team Hot Wheels camp will start celebrating. But there's one more category in the storybook ending that's coming up. And that's right there in front of you. JFR teammates. John Force is good fast. Chevy and Mustang. Here we go. John Force is down again. The 16-time champion will go back-to-back in the Delaware East Coast Nationals, becoming a 2-time champion. Oh my gosh, in a new car. That is incredible. That AA Ford Mustang is incredible. But anyway, guys, yeah, that wraps up this video. As you take a look at the one more time at the brackets, John Force cleaned out the bracket. There's your Delaware East Coast Nationals 3-class champions. But yeah, guys, this has been amazing. This has been fun. Thanks to the safety crews and the safety safari for coming out here in Delaware. Thank you all so much for watching. See you guys next time. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I'll catch you guys later.